Hello everyone, today we'll talk about the solution to the problem lemonade change. Feel free to pause the video and read the statement. The essence of this problem is to come up with such a way of giving change, such a way of making the decision of what bills to give as change, such that we don't have to look in the future at what next person and some other following people will give us, and we can be sure that if it's possible to give out the change, then our way is one way in which it's possible. And indeed it's possible to come up with such a way here. Because, well, let's see what can happen. We know that they have to pay $5 and they give us either $5, $10 or $20. If they give us $5, then the situation is very simple. We don't have to do anything. We gain a $5 bill. If they give us a $10 bill, we gain that bill and we have to give out the change, and the change can only be given out as a single 5. And now the only decision point. When we are given a 20, we of course have to give out 15. So 1 5 is necessary. If we don't have a 5, then it's impossible. And now we have to make a decision. Do we give out a 10 or 2 5s? And there are many ways of convincing yourself, seeing how what the optimal strategy here is. But probably the easiest way is to think about it as such. Of course, we can always use 2 5s in place of a 10. However, we cannot use a 10 in place of a 5 in any way. So when we need a 5 because our customer gave us a 10, then we need to use a 5. It wouldn't help us to use any of our 10s. So there are some situations where we have to use a 5 and cannot use a 10, and other situations where we can use a 5 and can use a 10. So whenever we can use a 10, we should use that 10, so that we save our 5s for when they are really necessary. And of course, maybe at some point we do not have a 10, we have to give out change for a $20 bill, in which case we just use 3 5s. So the final approach is this. We will remember what bills we currently have, and now for every customer, before we take their bill as our own, or after, it doesn't really matter, we have to give out the change. That change is of course their value of a bill minus 5. So we first try to give out all the 10s and then all the 5s. So to give out, if what we need to give out is at least equal to the value of the current node and we have some of that node, we give out a single instance of that node and we reduce the amount we have to give out. And of course, if at the end we gave out all the 10s that we should, all the 5s that we should, but there is still something that we need to give out, then it's impossible for that client to be satisfied. Otherwise, we have satisfied all the clients and we can return true.